Okay, Undead Uprising. Oh, there's the guy right there. That's it. That's it. Quite the uprising. I love the sound and feeling of tornado shot when you just kill things off screen from just a fucking mile away. Because the arrows are ping, ting, just fucking flying around basically. Oh man, I got Art of the Gladiator next. That's a pretty massive node. I'm just like holding down right click in a random direction and just listening for this ding ding ding. I honestly don't know. I think I'm going to get the Frenzy Charge over the Power Charge because the Frenzy Charge more multiplier effects. Not only affects my attack speed, but also affects the more damage I do, which means that I am doing more damage with my poison and my bleeds, which aren't a big deal now, but later on they will be. I have to buy more chance orbs in a second. Fucking rip my fusing. God, leveling feels so good with Lighty. I can't get over it. It just has so much fucking damage right now, man. It's great. It just feels so fucking good. It's time. It's time for Cruel Lab. Waited long enough. Keeping Blood Rage on in Lab is a bit controversial, but I still prefer it. I mean, if I want it to fall off, I can just have it fall off. The damage from walking through a Saw or a Roomba isn't that bad. I know for a fact there's one gold door. I'm not really sure where. There's a little bit of a downside to Blood Rage is that I keep having to recast it between each zone because they're all instanced. As spooky as Lab is for a lot of builds, I'm so motivated to do it because of how ridiculously beneficial it is for this build. 100% more poison and bleed damage. More. That's insane. You don't even notice it for a lot of single target because you're pretty much one-shotting anything anywhere. But, man, is it noticeable once you do get it. I know it's gargoyles and it's lieutenants, which are both pretty easy because I can just kill them without difficulty. Much prefer the kill mechanics than the clicking mechanics in Lab. Oh, it's lagging some. This is a bit concerning. Oh, come on. Come on. Path. Oh. We're good? Alright, we're good. So I'm just going to run in circles pretty much until the first beam goes out. That's pretty easy. Some of the stray arrows actually hit him, and it dealt a significant amount of damage to him. Okay. I kind of got to get him away from the golem. There we go. Easy. Yeah, I mean, I have the single target damage for this build is actually pretty fucking gross. It's got 2 dots and one of them is stacking infinitely, so. And because of the way the crits work, it just really gets high. So you can actually cheese the majority of that whole area by just blinking across that left thing. Really trivializes the whole golden key aspect of it. Okay, so this is the first time I can actually just DPS for the fucking fight. The other two I had to like control my damage a little bit. Temper it just enough so I can kill the ads. This one I can just fucking go whole hog. So you can really get a good display of the poison and bleed damage in this fight. So I bait out the first attack. And there we go. Now I just start going ham on him. And he's dead. Yeah, I mean, our damage feels fine. Let's make sure we go click the thing before we click the, the shit in the right. Bam. Alright, so we get crit chance and dot damage. And then we get toxic motherfucking delivery, which is 20% of our fizz added as chaos against bleeding enemies, which is pretty much always. And then all our poisons and then crits and our bleeds do 100% more damage. 100% more damage. Look at that tooltip! Holy shit. Literally the devil. 6.666.6. How the fuck do I plan that from happening? Now the Riverways was the spot for that card I could have farmed, but it still feels like a horrible idea. I couldn't. It's honestly hard to tell the impact that the 100% more multiplier has because nothing's living long enough. There we go. Yeah, you can see the dot damage there was insane. That's the type of difference we're looking for. That's the type of single target we're really going to need. That's going to really come into play for any of the boss fights we do. Because I can pretty much sink the majority of my next, 15, 20 passive points just into life nodes, and I'll be okay on damage most likely. Let's watch that dot damage now. Oh man, it gets so insane at the end. Actually, it's interesting that often players will pick up every single whetstone, every single armor scrap that comes from an artisan's box. However, they do not pick them up when they pass them when they're singles. It's kind of weird that mentality kind of shifts when you see a large amount of them together. You're like, well, I might as well pick them up while I'm here. But then you see one at a time, and you're like, well, I'm not picking that up, even though it's the exact same fucking thing. It's just interesting. Fascinating. Look at that. Look at the dot damage just stack. It really is crazy how it stacks up now. Oh my god, we're 68. We're map ready. And we're getting Fury Bolts and Arctic Gladiators. We go from 6.2 to 6.5. So that's pretty good. Pretty fucking good. When is GGG ever going to sign my petition for MTX quivers? Huh? You know? I need them. Even though Drill Neck probably looks like the best of all of them. It's just got a big old fucking, like, rhino horn on the back. Why waste such a fine arrow on just one man? Karavi Val Archer. So this is a Val Archer means it's one of the bad guys. So this quiver belonged to some asshole that I killed in Merc Lake, pretty much. Yeah, so Fizz Reflect is a little bit problematic, but if I just take it slow like that, it feels fine. The most important thing is I'm not going to one-shot myself off-screen to it. That's the real concern. So I just have to temper my damage a little bit, and I should be a-okay. I mean, after last episode's fucking near-death experience, I'm not super keen on just slamming into reflect mobs, but... Alright, we gotta touch the ball. The ball has been touched. The ball has been touched. Oh, gem cutters. We're gonna craft the fuck out of you in a second here. Time to blow my chaos again. I have no reservations when it comes to chaos. This is the only use I really feel like it's necessary for. Just gotta hit support gems. 3 coins, 3 items. No. Support gems. Okay, I do not see it. But I'll take the casting damage taken. You see me ever pushing alt after I kill a random fucking warbands pack? It's because I'm checking for warbands bases. They show up in my loot filter and they are identified. So when I do see them, then I know that there's one there. And depending on which one it is, Red Blade specifically is the only one that's really worth anything. But, I'll take the other two. Red Blade is the one that gives you 10% Fizz taken as fire, which is effectively 7.5% Fizz mitigation on any normal build. And depending on the base, it could be really good. I have to, of course, craft it from there, but it's still extremely expensive and standard for depending on if it's like a good base or like really good rolls on it. The other ones are boots for Mute Windows, can't be frozen. And then the gloves, I don't remember what the gloves were for Brine Rot. They were changed. They used to be rarity on Flask Effect, but I think they're like damage on Flask Effect or something now. It's something regarding Flask Effect. I don't know why it's Flask Effect related, since you never see them use flasks or anything like that, but lightning equals flask apparently. I'm really looking forward to seeing the damage that he takes off of my poison. It should be because of how it stacks up. I want to see, like, and he's probably Val Oversoul, probably the biggest target I've hit so far. So it's gonna be a good indication of how well my dot damage has come along. I'll make sure I have Diamond Flask up when I'm actually hitting him. Okay. Well, I don't know how much that damage was actually from dots. It looked like it was ticking kind of, but not super high. But the initial damage is sure there. That's not it. That's not a fucking question. Like, initial damage was good.